Hey folks, hey folks, I hope so. Everyone is doing fine, and we bring you another session on Azure Developer Community Raipur. And today with us we have Vivek Raja, and one of my, you can say, even though we are both organizer, but one of my mentor also. He always teaches me a lot. So thanks Vivek on that end. And yeah, we will start in like with everything, but just let's wait for 1 to 2 minutes so that everyone can join, and we will get started with this. Yep.
Awesome. Great. Thanks for having me here for today's session. That's actually, I'm very excited as well.
Yes, finally Vivek is here on our community. So let's rock it. The kind of thing is that. Yeah, everyone is coming. I think so. Till then, let me post this everywhere so that maybe. Yep. Yep. Okay. Cool. 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 Yep. Cool. Yep. So we can get started with the, you can say, introduction. I'm just giving the like a little bit introduction. Like Vivek can add this too on that end. So Vivek is an like active and cloud AI researcher, and as I already say, I'm one of my mentor, and like he's my mentor for many people also in community. So speaker, blogger. I post all the links of the Vivek in the description box. You can check them out. It's totally awesome. Like I always like see blogging kind of content from Vivek, and I really inspired. Uh, Talking about his speaking, and he's also in like a Microsoft React. Like he's also been speaking at Microsoft Reactor many times. So this gives me motivation more on that end. And specifically talking about his work, he's a 16 times multi-cloud certified Microsoft Azure certified data scientist, AI engineering, data engineer, developer advocate, like many more to like add on that end. And yeah, and also especially like I already tell you earlier, like it's an organizer at Azure Developer Community Tamil Nadu. It is in Chennai, Madurai and Coimbatore. And if anyone's I left, Vivek, please go on your introduction on that end.
Yeah, sure. I'll just share my screen and go ahead. So, welcome to today's session, folks, and thanks for an awesome intro, Kartikey. And I love to be here in today's in your community to deliver this amazing talk today. And today we'll be actually talking about how to explore cognitive services in Azure and how you can easily integrate with your applications. But rather jumping into the code stuff, we'll be actually seeing what are the use cases we can do with today's API services and how you can help them to integrate with your applications and other developers and so on. So that will be the core objective of today's talk. And I'll also, like at the end, we'll be actually sharing resources on how to get started with these stuff on easy thing. And the best thing about today's session is like you don't require any machine learning experience before, so you can seamlessly integrate all the intelligence services in your application and make it as a very good product. So that's the main objective of today's session, and we'll get started with that.
Yep, and like Vivek will talk more on everything specifically. Talking about agenda, like we will explore more on the like how the every APIs of machine learning, you can say it can be vision, text, and also we will got the introduction of Azure Cognitive Services. Those who didn't know, that's a total awesome service. I recently explored that thing. Like again, Vivek share the resources on that end, so that's totally awesome, and we will work on more on that. And apart from that, apart from that, just I'm sharing my screen for telling me more about like what is actually Azure Developer Community. And yep, so I hope so my screen is visible to you all. So as always, like the one session, I think so it's happened maybe. Yeah, it's happened, I think so. And this is our live, you can say, we can say on that end, it's going live on that end. So if you want to become our community organizer, I think the form is open, you can still apply for it. And you doesn't need to need anything. If you think there is no community, Azure Developer Community in your region, you can apply for that. And yeah, I think so from the team that anyone can get back to you on that end. um, it's not like that you are only working, you will get so much from community. I've been a community since past 2 years, and community gives me a lot, specifically Azure developer community. You will got an opportunity to learn, network with amazing awesome folks from the community. Specifically, you will get an access, not an access, but you can get a network of Microsoft people, so you can enhance that part also if you want to get into it. And you can upskill as always, the community meaning the you have to upskill your skills on that end. So yeah, right now we are in the 100 plus cities, and we have about, like, it's a like a nominal thing, like I'm saying, we can easily grab, you can pass the members of 100 plus, sorry, I think so 10K members. That will be like a really small thing for us, because we are doing so awesome stuff for community. So it's like a, it's okay, like we it is it for us, it's okay, like 8,000, yeah, okay, we can also reach out to the 10K. So do join the member, you can say, meetup groups from every community. I will must say, one of the highest active community is like from Chennai, Bangalore, and I will try to bring more on the Raipur. And I think so Raipur and Bilaspur have coming up more news organizers, so I also collaborate with them on that stuff. Like you see Vivek in every time on this YouTube, specifically because he gave talk on Mary, like how he can manage. I didn't know, but he managed. But yeah, so you can see a lot session. If you think you are not able to understand, you can do like it's like a recorded one, so you can still see that. Like recently we got like Ambrish Ganguly sir, so like it's totally awesome. I just see this, and the topic that teach them, it's another level. So yeah, as you see, you can see where the communities are like, you can see on that end also. And partnering community, if you want to partner with us, like it's easy. They just want to like send a mail to the, I think so, Azure developer community, and they will get back to you if you want to be in a partnering community. Like you see, this is one of my community that is partner with. So yeah, that's cool on that end. And yeah, if you want to see the community organizers, all the community organizers are listed here, you can check them out easily. And if we're talking about developer resources, you will get let me, yeah, I think so you can go to there and you will get an access to everything else. And yeah, speakers as always, we have awesome speakers here, you can check them out. And yeah, if you want to like Azure skill, that the whole focus our communities are on the Azure skill. If you didn't get any access to anything, we are here to help you out, and we are bringing more and more thing on community. You will get back to soon like us in a very like a more collaborative and inclusive community that we are building right now in Azure. And I think so I talked so much, so let me stop my sharing and bring on the stage to the like maybe Vivek screen. So let me bring Vivek screen on the stage. So yeah, Vivek, stage is yours, and hope you see like let's get on that. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Like as a community, we have been growing so fast in last couple of months, and it is really great. And being part of this community is like means important part to me. So I have upskilled a lot through this community. I have also been a tool to communicate and share knowledge, so which is awesome. And being an organizer in such a huge community gives me like a very good opportunity to connect with lot of experts and interact with so many other people so that we keep expanding and enriching our knowledge. So back to the session. So today we'll be actually talking on exploring Azure Cognitive Services. For this session is aimed for all beginners. So even if you're a simple Python programmer, or even if you're just started to learn web programming or even machine learning and so on so stuff, this is the first session you can look forward to because this is total basic fun. And today's session will be like discussing on prerequisites. We'll be exploring different services that is available in Microsoft, and we'll be going to each and each services. And also the main part of that is like we'll be rather discussing on the use cases, how you can apply for a particular application. And finally, we'll share the necessary resources so that you can get back after when you're really working on this stuff. So I guess Kartikey gave me a very good introduction about me. So besides that, I'm working as a data scientist in Cortex BCI. We are a startup based out of in Gurgaon right now. We are building amazing stuff on brain control interfaces and everything. I manage both cloud as well as a few things here. And when it comes to developer communities, I'm being part of several communities like TensorFlow, AWS, Azure, and stuff. So primarily, you can classify me as an AI and cloud guy. So I love both working on both stuff. And I love to write blogs, and please do check out my blogs, which is available in dev.to. We will see that. I will share the necessary links in the later part of the session. So today's prerequisite, as I told you before, like this is totally intended to all beginners. So there is no required machine learning experience before. So to get started with this session right away. And let's start with the first thing. So how? Let me introduce you to the services which are available in Azure Cognitive. And the first thing is like how to make your applications more interactive, personal, and more intelligent. So these answer comes down to one question, one simple answer, that is integrating your artificial intelligence as part of your application. So when we say like we're going to integrate AI and machine learning in your application, that seems a very long task or a very big journey. It involves a lot of high tech stuff. But the thing is like all the heavy lifting is done by Microsoft, and it's simply available as APIs and methods and SDKs. So just we can integrate with just one method call or one API REST call, and your application is intelligent enough to handle these stuff. So this is to more interact with your customers at the other end, or your end users of your particular product or whatsoever. So this is how we connect both the customers as well as your application in a more humane form through Azure Cognitive Services. So let me just break down cognitive services into three parts, so which I understood as what they mean. So those are like pre-trained AI services. And if you have really worked on any machine learning part, that involves a lot of steps, workflows involved in it. Like you have to collect the data, you have to train your model, you have to deploy it, you have a monitor, and make sure that the model is always available and ready. But when it comes to cognitive services, everything is done by Azure by for you. It's like everything is pre-trained, and they are trained on a very huge corpus of data, which means they have a very good accuracy on basic stuff like on vision, text, language, and so on. So they are like a ready-made services for you. And the second thing is like you can easily integrate with your applications, like for recommendations or for modernizing or automating some few stuff, or you're planning to improve your safety and security in your application, or you're planning to more engage on your customers with more human form or through other intelligence services. So this is a place. And third thing is like to integrate these kind of machine learning stuff, you might think like this requires us as a person or an application developer to know something about machine learning. No, that's not actually the truth. So you don't have to know anything about machine learning. It rather acts like a black box, but just consider them in APIs. You know just how you just not know how to handle those results and what type of use cases you'll be working on, so that you can select the perfect AI services for your application. So that is where this session will come into play, where I'll be educating you on the topic of which AI services are available and how you can use them to leverage your applications and so on. So that's the core of today's talk. So why we should go for Microsoft Cognitive Services? So it's very easy. You just roll with a couple of lines or REST APIs. It's very flexible so that you can integrate with any type of applications, rather be it web or on the edge or on mobile or so on so. And even it's compatible with so many languages, so that's not a barrier. And this API services provide you very good, decent accuracy, so that does not so that you can rely on this results as a benchmark. And these are well tested and well maintained by people, ML experts in Microsoft. So, and also we have a good quality documentation and sample codes, so that you can easily get started with this as easily. So, what are the actual benefits of using these AI services? So let me ask you a question before jumping into this topic. So are you really new to machine learning, or like you're a person who is like an application developer who wants to develop some intelligent applications or leverage AI services in your part, but you are very new to machine learning or you don't know about that, or you are a machine learning enthusiast with a limited knowledge that you don't explore all the parts of machine learning, but still you wanted to make something out of nothing, or you're a person who is an AI expert, you have worked a lot on machine learning stuff, but still you want to make a quick, accurate models for your workflow, then I guess these sum up to one single answer, which is using the pre-trained AI services as Azure Cognitive Services. So to summarize the whole thing, which I told you about what all the things and the benefits we have, it's I can summarize in just one single line. So it's like those are ready-made intelligence for applications and workflows for common use cases, so that you can get some quality and accuracy from continuously learning and well-maintained APIs. So when it comes to common use cases, in the sense those are recommendations and stuff. But if you are working on something which is very custom and that requires you to develop your own machine learning models, then you have to switch to Azure machine learning services there. So if you really want to do that, there is already a series of blogs and sessions which is going on from my side. You can check out that in my GitHub as well as in my dev.to blog sites. So now we talked a lot about why we need to use it and what are the services that Azure has and why should I really use it, or am I the right person for using that Azure Cognitive Services? That all bubble to one single answer, that is yes. So now it's the right time for us to give to look at what are the services we as Microsoft Azure has, so that you can use them. I can broadly categorize these cognitive services into 5 different categories or domains as you can wish. So those are like vision, speech, language, knowledge, and search. So vision is primarily based on all image and video related stuff. So it's like it uses computer vision, emotion classification, face detection, and video media analysis, and so on and so. And when it comes to speech recognize, like we have Bing speech and custom recognitions of what type of entities that is uttered in a text or maybe in a recorded audio format or something. And speaker recognition. Like imagine like right now in this, if you take this video and supply that to a speech recognition API, uh, it will be able to identify two things here as part of speech APIs. So we had two speakers, which is me as well as Kartikey here. So that will be able to identify by the Azure Cognitive Services. And third thing is language. So language in the sense that's a very broad topic, and they have several APIs with this line behind that. So we have a spell check, language understanding in the sense what is really there is conveyed between some a text or format or so, or the text analytics, like what is really done in that particular text. For example, I'm giving you the language API documentation of something. It needs to figure out like what are the parts of the speech which is present there and what is the core analysis of what is coming to be said through the documentation, or maybe like what are the important and sensitive information which is present there, and so many other things you can explore on that. And knowledge is where we can link entities between in a text or in a videos or something like that, and also we can create personalized recommendations. And when it comes to search, search really lies on Bing APIs. So Bing has auto suggest, image search, news search, video search, web search, and these are all part of already deployed and well running if you use your Bing as your search engine. So these are the ones which are running behind those real APIs. So this as a user, as an application developer, you still have the access to same thing as what the search engine is made of. So you can build some amazing stuff with that. So let's start from one domain to other. So first thing is about vision. So when it comes to vision, we have 4 APIs here. So computer vision, face, emotion, and video. So in computer vision, we have like to get some information about what all present in an image and so on. And when it comes to face, it's able to detect several faces in a particular image, or is able to tag the faces, identify, analyze, and organize them. And emotions in the sense it's able to identify what type of emotion that a person is exhibiting in a particular image. For example, if you click a screenshot of this particular frame and send that to vision API, that will show me the emotion of what I am currently exhibiting right now. So that's emotion API. And video API, it's a media analyzer. That's amazing stuff which I've been recently exploring. So it's able to create a lot of information on what about the number of speakers in that particular video, and what about the emotions which is exhibited by the each person in that particular video, the transcript of it, and everything. So you should definitely check that out as well. So what are the best practices for developers out here? So all the samples and SDKs is available in different languages. We can just get started with SDKs. And computer vision just now describes images only in English. So all the results will be in English format, but if you still want to convey that in different languages, there is another switch. So you can use Translator APIs, which we'll be discussing in the later part of the session. You can integrate with this result with that, and so that you can also exhibit all the images results in different languages as well. And these are some limitations which is available there, but you can consider them and you can get started easily. And when it comes to computer vision, it is able to get 86 categories of different domains like object, abstract, or animals, text, plants, scene, people, building, and autos. And these are the classes which the your computer vision API can recognize in that. So next, we can explore the next type of domain, which is search. So search is mainly built on Bing, and we'll be exploring on the Bing related stuff. So which is Bing web search API. If you want to search something really quick on the web and integrate the results in your application, web search API comes into play. And Bing auto suggest is where like when you type something in your search bar of your search engine, there are multiple suggestions which come to suggest which is closely related to what you're going to search. So those are auto suggest. And image search is where based on the images you want to search something on your internet. So that's image search API. And video search based similarly on the built on the video. And last is news search. So how to get some news articles which is based on particular topics and so on so, and you can list them in your application or on your website. Suppose you are building a pool of all the news related stuff, so you can use news search API and integrate with your application as well. So what is actually doing in the Bing.com? So as you know, Bing is owned by Microsoft. So this primary talk of this search API will be more focused on the Bing right now. So it's about how to create some engaging experiences, and this is used in several Microsoft products, which includes Bing itself and Cortana, Skype, Windows 10, Xbox, Office, and Teams, and so on. So and this is also trusted by several other industries, and it is even used by Apple, Amazon, InfoSpace, and more and more. So you can integrate Bing and so many use cases. You can find them in those other websites as well. So these are the things which we get from the Bing Search API, and it's well organized. We can scale it up. It's very secure and high performance. You can use REST or schema or JSON as your result entities, and you can also improve and you can enhance your search and filtering capacities on that. So you can get these kind of, for example, if you need to search about NASA and you want to get those responses here. So it's like when you search the query term as NASA, so it gives you the web results. The first things are the deep links, which is available in the official website. So that includes a navigation bar. So news results about what are the news which is available on based on NASA recently, and the images and the videos and the related search. So this is how Bing really works in real time, and you can also integrate as your embedded search engine in your applications as well. So vertical search, you can search based on image, videos, and news, and these are the formats how to really search for that and everything. And how easy is your to able to call these APIs is that the API, the version, search as your query term with your query parameters as what you're passing. And of course, when it comes to cognitive services, you have to create an application key, and based on only on the application key, you'll be able to access that. So let me just bring back to Azure portal. I think 1 second. Just give me a second. So let me switch my portal and show you where you can find the cognitive services applications and so on. So let me start my screen. Share it again. 1 second. So here we go. So log into Azure portal, and this is how it looks. So I guess it's visible right now. So go to cognitive services, or you can search here right away. Let me search it here. Cognitive services. So we can create all those stuff. We'll get necessary details here and everything. So here we need to first create a key for a service. So first I need to create a service. So what type of service I need to create, you can just create it here, and it supplies you a key. So this key is where it is used to as one of your application key where you have to use it. So once you create your particular key endpoints, you'll be able to get that from the keys and endpoint of this. So that's how it goes. And let me switch back to the presentation. Hold on. So okay, back to the correct. Okay. So now we saw about search APIs and stuff, how Bing uses it, and how you'll be able to get news results, video searches, and image searches in your application. So now let's turn into language. So when it comes to language, we have spell check, we have language model, we have linguistic analysis, and LUIS, which is known as language understanding intelligence service, and text analytics. So some basic introduction about each these services are like to correct your and spelling mistakes within your app. You can use spell check API. So these are primarily used in several document related applications like let's say Microsoft Docs, or you can even find it in the SaaS applications like Google Docs or Zoho Docs and so on. So and web language model APIs. How about using the language and train on some web scale data? And linguistic analysis about how to parse complex text with language analysis. Like it will give you an overview of everything related to a linguistic approach, like what the parts of service languages, parts of the speech is used, and how a particular term is related to another term in the same text, and so on. So and AUI is one of the commonly and most used AI services in Azure. So it's like about how to teach your apps to listen and understand commands from your user. So this is primarily used and integrated with chatbots, and it's about if some user gives a command of open a website or go take me to Shopcart. So these are the custom actions and the intents which the user will give, and the LUIs will be able to understand these kind of intelligent commands and will be able to work on the action set based on that. And text analytics about how to detect sentiment, key phrases, topics from your text. I can show you one of my use cases which I built upon this text analytics aspect. So it's about how to use your sentiment analysis. So sentiment analysis show you whether it's a positive or negative sentiment, and key phrases, and topic detection, and so on. So and also detects about the language which is involved there. And for now, it supports 120 languages, which is like way too amazing. So you can primarily integrate and translate to n number of languages here. So when it comes to LUIS, which is said, which is one of the primarily used things. So language and understanding comes into how you define, you map, and what's the help. So I can categorize into three. It's like the entity. It defines the entities, and for example, entity might be imagine the user comments or text sends a text message like, "I want to book a ticket from this to flight. Book me a flight from DTW to CDG, leaving on this particular date and returning." So now I need to understand what is the travel dates and from which destinations and which is the arrival city and what is the date of that particular travel and so on. So this is how it goes, and it's about intent is about how to book a flight. So this is about in defining the entities and intents, and we'll be actually mapping this utterances based on this entities and intents, and we'll be able to get through it and help your model improve. So what really user sees is like how to map those user utterances with the intents, entities, and intents. Once we understand these are the entities and the intent, we have to get to the action of booking the flight for the particular user. So that's how you have to create it. So when it comes to knowledge, knowledge has a couple of APIs, which is like about academic knowledge. It's about more into research papers, academic journals, and so on, and it's about ranking your papers and linking several papers, and about finding the references to the particular research paper or journal or the previous work of a particular author and so on. So it's for a simple example, I can say you like it's very much similar to Google Scholar. So that's how this academic knowledge API will work. And knowledge exploration service is like how to interactively search over your structured data to your project. So it's like if you have an application of e-commerce and a person comes in and searches for a product, like let's say I wanted to buy a T-shirt of this size for men. So from this, this is not your custom search where you can search your internet or something else. It searches within your project and your application. So it's like it need to identify some key entities and map to the product and get the relevant results. So you can easily integrate with your knowledge exploration service and you can get started with that. And recommendation APIs is about how to personalize your product recommendation for your customers for this is primarily using e-commerce websites and so on. So language understanding models is about news. So I have to get news articles about flight delays. So these are the entities and the topics. So this is what it comes. So this is how and response actually looks like. And actually, when it comes to speech APIs and so and so stuff, everything is JSON format, and it can support several other APIs. So it's like how to define your concepts, and you can deploy and keep on the active learning loop, which is always be there. And computer vision, just as reback to that, it's like this is how we get a JSON response. For example, if this is a picture we are supplying to it, it says like we have a grass of 99% accuracy. It's based on outdoor. We have a cow. It's based on a field, and it's brown color, and it's an animal. The animal is actually standing, and we have a barbed wire here, so it shows wire, and this is some greenish occupies the most color of this, so it says like green is of 88%, and it's pasture refers to, and it's grassy, it's very lush, and the even it says that it is staring right at us, so which is actually true, though the confidence rate is very less, but it's actually true. You can, based on filters, you can write some filters based on which type of confident responses you want to update on your application. So next thing is Translator API, which is one of my favorites, and I've written a couple of use cases on that as well. So Translator API is like you can translate text between n number of languages, and you have to just pass a text format or a document or a series of n number of pages, and you'll be able to get to translate, detect what type of language is that, and break the sentences, and you can work so many of that using Translator API. And speech translator API works like it takes speech, so then it takes the text out of that particular speech. It's like TTS, which is like text to speech. With the text to, I'm sorry, from speech to text, it transcribes it. Then it gets the text, it translates into other languages, converts back to a received voice, and you can able to do that. So this is like automatic speech translation. Is like you'll get a translated text and a translated audio, and you'll have some more human-to-human conversations and not just utterances with that. And of course, everything comes with pricing, so that you have to use that as part of your pricing in your mind as well. So speech API. So when it comes to speech API is amazing. We can use it for several purposes, like Bing speech is part of it, and speaker recognition about who is actually talking in this particular audio format and so on. So, and custom recognition services, or else you can use the transcribe for transcribing a speech into text and so on. And the one of the best features of using Translate APIs is that it is provided as a WebSocket API. So you can just open a WebSocket and you can stream a particular text format and get the responses as close to real time. So this is what is actually used real time in Skype Translator. So if you have actually used Skype, you'll be able to get some real time translation on your video calls and so on. So this is actually used in Skype Translator. So this is how you have to pass. Is like if you have to just get the responses, just open a WebSocket of this format, and this from US English to I need to convert that into I guess it's this is German, and what should be the voice which needs to be uttered there and everything. and it's translated from German, and I selected these is a particular voice they need to translate it. It's about text to speech and so on. So this is an application which rolls around with the speech API. You set up to receive an audio. You take an token. You have to connect to the Microsoft Translator via a WebSocket. Once the socket is established on Connect, you have to just keep sending that responses there, and you will keep receiving the responses. You can receive the get the response, pass it as a JSON, and put it there, and you can do it. And when the session is complete, just disconnect the WebSocket. So this is how a speech API workflow actually looks like. So for you to get started immediately with Azure Cognitive Services, I prefer Python because I work mostly on Python. So I would recommend this getting started samples with the Python. But at the earlier of this session, I will also passed on all the SDK samples as well. You can check out that. And also, I have something called Azure Machine Learning. And all my sessions on Azure Machine Learning in particular, all the code samples, presentation, and so on. So this is where you'll be actually able to get through all access to every presentation text, code samples, all my blogs, and my upcoming talks, as well as my previous recorded talks and everything. So that it's a one-stop place for you to get started with your machine learning and for your certification preparation as well. And you can also check out my awesome blogs and reports. And thanks for this particular slide. I can show you about where I have implemented one of my real-time uses of this cognitive services. So let me switch back here. So one second, let me share my screen again.
Also, folks, those who are listening, I post all the links in the description. You can check them out. They are like, yep.
Okay, mine is in the Medium, so I will show you my Medium account. Sorry for that. So I've written a particular story on literature text translation, and which has won as one of the best blogs in Azure Developer Stories as well. So it's about how you can use Microsoft Cognitive Services to translate literature text and create an audiobook for the same. So what I've done is I have, since I also am a fan of Tamil literature, I have read through a couple of epics and several novels. So I wanted to create a translator API, which means like it gives an access for every people to read through this literature text without any as language as a barrier. So this was an open source initiative which I took, and the code source is always available. I have used Translate API to translate all those literature text back to English, and I have created an audiobook where you can create listen to the Tamil audio of that particular text and English and Hindi. So since I don't know Hindi, I was able to also create some new stuff with this as well. So it's like a common use case will look like you have something, a script or something, which interacts with your applications and your APIs, and that integrates with your app service. That's the whole thing. So I have written a very detailing part of how to interact with your cognitive services and create all those responses and stuff. You can check that when you're free. So switching back to my presentation here. So you can also check out my Azure Machine Learning blog. So it's about from your scratch how you can learn different topics of machine learning, like getting started to introduction to machine learning, and also from very basics of Azure machine learning stuff to expert level. I've also done a couple of sessions on that, so we can interact on the board. And these are my other blogs which we can refer to on based on Azure. I usually write my blogs on dev.to as well as in Medium. Dev.to is where I started my series blog, so you can check that as well. So this is where I'm available for you to connect with. So I'm available in LinkedIn and Twitter, and most probably you can also check out my awesome repos in GitHub as I shared my Azure Machine Learning Hub as well. One second. Yeah. So I think as of now, my session is here over. So I guess I would like to again ask Kartikey to come on board so that we can conclude today's session.
Yep. That's amazing session, Vivek. Thanks for joining. And if anyone have any doubt, we can, there are about 1 to 2 minutes. If you have any doubt regarding, like, all the links are in the description. you can check them out easily. If you have any query regarding anything, you can reach out to Vivek on Twitter, LinkedIn. He's available in all the platform. And till now, just I'm sharing one thing. Just give me a moment. Yep. Also, I write down in the comments also, if you want to join our community, you can still join. Also, I post the links of the Azure developer community Raipur also, and another also, like if you want to join also Chennai or Bangalore, like I post all the links also. So if you want to join, like it is open to all. Try to join as much as community it's possible, because you learn some or another way in any community. So I will try to say, like, try to join in every community of Azure developer community. That's really awesome, because you will get new people and you get opportunity. Specifically, we are talking about opportunity. Communities are there to give you opportunity so that you can excel on that. And yeah, I think so folks are joining. Okay, so hey, Atulya is from my community, so hi, Atulya. Okay, so now the basic thing is that only. And if you want, let me give you the link. You want to join, and all the links in the description box, you can check them out. Till then, we are about
I
1 to
guess
2
your
minutes
mic
here.
is
If
muted.
anyone wants, yeah,
I guess your mic is
yeah, Vivek.
muted, I guess. Or there's a break. Yep. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I think so. I posted the Twitter link of Vivek in the description. Yeah, yeah, you can follow. I will say you will follow Vivek. You will got great incentives on that and insights from the Vivek. So try to follow Vivek. I will say. And yeah, I think so. Mostly things is done. And yeah, okay, yep, okay, no, yeah.
We have links.
Yeah, the rest things. Okay, I think so. I posted in the, like all the are in the blogs. Like you can follow. You can say dev.to. So you will get all the blogs listed there. And also, let me check. Like I posted all the links. I think so. Um, Vivek, if let me see, yeah, I also posted the Vivek Medium link also. So if you want to go there, you are like go to their profile. You will got everything about yeah, from starting to end what blogs they are written. Aman, so you can do that also. Or if you want, we can like just give me a moment. Yeah, I posted this. Yeah, if you see in the description, I just posted the medium profile of Vivek, so you can go there, you can follow him. Also, all the blogs are listed there. And also there are some blogs in dev.to website also, so you can follow Vivek there also. Also more blogs are there, so you can use that as a resources. And if you want, like I will share personally by taking from Vivek. There's no issue on that. And also, and
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Where are the
and
community joining? So for you to join any community, like what you have to do is just go to azdev.community.com, and you can find the nearest community where is available to you. You can
yep,
either join for Chennai and Bangalore. Okay, so for Chennai and Bangalore, go to azdev.community. I can show you right away with my screen as well, so that will be much more better. So
yep,
community. Go there and you can find all those communities where you have to join. So, for example, you have to join Bangalore. Just search for Bangalore and I'm sorry. So, from need to join Chennai, just see here and you'll find the necessary links to join Chennai and everything. So, you can go ahead and join your communities as well. So everything is available in the website. You can go ahead and do stuff, and this is where you can click and just go ahead and join your. So Madurai is one of the cities you can handle. So you can also zoom in on that as well. So if you want to join Chennai, so we have Chennai as well. So you can join Chennai, which is there. Just click this links, and this is available there. And we have Bangalore. So every other community is also listed there. It's not actually we don't restrict us to communities, but it's like we are open to all communities, and we are coexisting as a single network rather than in communities. So you can join in any community as you wish by, and you can get access to all those sessions and links.
yeah. I also made a banner. You can go to that also. And yeah, all the link, like if you want to like explore the other communities too, you can go to the Azure Developer Community website, az dot community, and you can explore the whole website. All things are listed there. And yeah, I also like create a banner for you all, so you can check them out also. And yep, cool. What? Yeah, like
So
sorry. I am a, like I am not a like a number, but I have a quite few community. I'm also like a if you are an organizer, actually you have been a part of every community, you say, because you get a notification of everything, so you can say you have been a part of every community. So I can't say the number, but yeah,
yeah,
try to
like
join as much
even
community.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you take like us, we exist as I said before, we coexist as a single community rather than in different communities existing in cities. So
yeah,
though we are driving in several couple of cities, we still interact with all the organizers. We coexist and we actually co-organize several communities. So as I am part of Chennai,
yeah,
I'm interacting with Kartikey Rawat from Raipur. So it's like that's how we network and communicate here in today's in a community. So feel free to
yeah.
join and get to access to our latest sessions and communities. And that is
Cool. I think so. There is no more question. Yeah, we can wait about maybe 30 seconds more and we can end the stream. Till then, thanks folks for joining. I hope so you got great insights. You can say an introduction to cognitive services specifically. And you can explore if you want anything, you can ping us in our socials. If you have any doubts regarding anything, you can reach out to us. If you need any resources from our end, do let us know. We are here to help you all. And yeah, I think so. So yeah, I think so. There's no more question. So let's end the stream. Um, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Then okay, let's end the stream. Thank you all for joining, and see you in the next session. And yeah, let's catch them all in the next session. Bye bye. See you folks. Bye
have a
bye.
good